and salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today is a little bit more of a casual video. As you guys can tell, I'm sitting on the floor. It's real casual today. I am going to be taking you guys along with me throughout the week, and I'm going to be testing out new flavors of kombucha. Now, stay with me. I know that's a little bit different from what I normally do, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know I am a huge fan of kombucha because I'm trying to give up soda and, just make healthier choices. I do taste tests on my Instagram of tasting new flavors of kombucha, and it has kind of become like the romance community debate if kombucha is really good or not. Crystal from Crystal Bookish Life has tried it. Bree from In Love and Words loves kombucha. So anyways, it's like this weird conversation that has been happening for the past couple months in my journey of trying kombucha. I thought that it would be fun to just have like a more chill video of me talking about kombucha and talking about books. So this is like kombucha and books. Kombucha books and chill. I don't know what to call this. It's weird. It sounded like a great idea in the beginning, but now I'm questioning my entire existence. So basically, I'm very, very late on filming my wrap-up video for February. I don't really like filming wrap-up videos. I read 20 books in February, and I really haven't talked about a lot of the books that I read that month. So I thought it would be fun to just casually talk about some of the books I read this month. And the idea of this video is I'm going to be trying a new flavor of kombucha every single day. I'm going to be talking about it, giving it a star rating, so 1 through 5. And then whatever rating that is, I will talk about a book that I've rated that recently. Does that make sense? I hope so. So if I rate the kombucha 5 stars, then I'll talk about a 5-star book. If I rate the kombucha 1 star, I'll talk about a 1-star book. Yeah? Cool? Okay, let's do this. Okay, actually, before we really jump into this video, I realized I should probably talk about some kombucha that I really do like. So if you're new to kombucha and you want to try some flavors, here's some that I would recommend. This week I'm going to be trying new brands and new flavors. So my number one favorite brand of kombucha is definitely the GT brand, specifically their Synergy line. I honestly have like so many flavors that I would say I highly recommend. My absolute favorite flavor is the Pure Love Winter Edition. It's like cranberry, hibiscus, rose, blood orange. So freaking yummy. Like, I want some right now. Then I also adore their pineapple flavor. That one tastes really yummy as well. Then I also really like their Guava Goddess flavor. I think it's a great line and a great brand to try if you have never drinking kombucha before. I would strongly tell you to never ever get the ones with the chia seeds in it. That is disgusting. Okay, no kombucha with chia seeds tastes good. It's just like this soggy, lumpy mess. Don't drink it. Another brand that I really like is the Health Aid brand. Again, so many flavors that I really adore. Anything fruity. I like their bubbly rosé flavor that tastes exactly like apple cider. You guys are like, what the heck is kombucha? I mean, first of all, thank you for even watching this video if you have no interest in kombucha. But kombucha is basically fermented probiotic teas, and the benefits to it, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to give any health advice, but the benefits to it is really good in promoting gut health. The reason that I personally drink it is because I am trying to give up soda. I'm a huge fan of soda, specifically Coca-Cola. There was a time in my life, not too far long ago, can I speak words? There was a time in my life not too long ago that I was drinking at minimum 3 sodas a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was not healthy. I was starting to get a lot of caffeine headaches. I also have some other health things that my doctor recommends not to drink soda and not to have a lot of sugar. So I had to give up soda. It was a necessary part of my life. But I needed like an alternative because I personally like bubbly drinks. I like carbonated drinks, and I don't always want to drink carbonated water. So that is how I stumbled upon kombucha, and that is why I drink it. And I also really like the taste. So that is like an extra bonus. But that's my history of kombucha. Now we can actually start on the taste test and start talking about books. Greetings and salutations. It is Monday. Oh, you know what? I have no lip on. Let me put on some lip balm. My lips look dry. Is that better? Okay, good morning, hello, or it might not be morning when you're watching this, so good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today is Monday, the very first day of my Kombucha Books. Today we are drinking one of my favorite flavors. This is part of the GT brand. It's their Synergy line, and this is actually a limited edition flavor, so if you see it, grab it. It's their winter pure love flavor, I think it's what it's called. Hibiscus, blood orange, and rose. And I already know that I love this flavor. I will be trying new flavors this week, but I wanted to drink this one because I bought like 10. It is so good. It tastes exactly like cranberry apple cider. It's magic. Like, it doesn't taste like vinegar at all. It tastes like cranberry to me. It smells a little like rose, but you don't taste the rose. I don't really like floral scents or taste. So 5 out of 5. So freaking good. That means we have to talk about a 5-star book. What was my last 5-star book? I don't even remember. Okay, so my last 5-star book was Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I read this in my most recent reading vlog. It was the reading vlog where Crystal from Crystal Bookish Life picked my TBR, so I will link that video and her video because I picked her TBR. I will link that video down below. It is a dark pirate romance, and it also has a love triangle, and you guys know that love triangles are like my favorite thing ever. It follows our main character, Bennett, whose father was a notorious pirate hunter, so she is following in his steed. She's one of the strongest heroines I've ever read about. I love her so much. This book is dark. Trigger warnings for infertility, loss of a loved one, sexual assault, abuse, torture. It's a very heavy book, but it is so well written, and the relationships between the characters is just beautiful. Like I said, it is a love triangle. So she is married to a notorious pirate hunter who she feels like he betrayed her, and you'll find out why in the book. And then it also follows her romance with a pirate hunter, which you guys can see how the dark romance aspect ties in. But I read this book and I loved it, and that was my last 5-star read. So go read that book, go try this kombucha. It was day 1 of kombucha of the day. Greetings and salutations. My hair looks crazy. This is like 3rd day, 4th day hair. I'm a mess. I woke up feeling very bleh today. Very bleh. Have you guys like ever woken up cranky? Just a little cranky. Like, you're not that cranky, still cranky. And there's nothing in particular that like is irritating you or something that you can pinpoint that's bothering you. It's just like a general feeling of, ugh. You know what I mean? That's how I feel right now. And whenever I feel like that, I annoy myself. I'm like, why are you cranky, Samantha? You have nothing to be complaining about. Get over it. Anyways, let's hope this kombucha will turn this day around. It's like 4 o'clock. I took a little break from work, and we're gonna try this kombucha. Can I speak? This is the Rowdy Mermaid kombucha. It is their refreshed strawberry tonic. I have never tried this. It has strawberry, hibiscus, raw chicory. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sister went to the grocery store and she picked out like a bunch of kombucha that she knows I've never tried before, and that was actually what inspired this video. So thank you to my sister. This is in a can, which is very, very different from normal kombucha. Kombucha is usually stored in a glass because it helps with like the fermentation and keeping the preservatives fresh, I think. Try this first. It looks like carbonated water. It smells like carbonated water. Does it taste like carbonated water? Let's find out. Cheers. Salud. What this tastes like, it tastes like the Health Aid Strawberry Glow kombucha. Why do I pronounce kombucha so weird? It tastes like that kombucha, to be honest. So if you've tried that, this is what it tastes like. It is very sweet. It doesn't have that vinegar taste or that ginger taste. Solid kombucha. I like the packaging. I like the name Rowdy Mermaid. Am I a rowdy mermaid? Can I please be? I like the taste. I like the flavor. And I would give it like a 4 out of 5 stars. Not the best flavor I tried, but not the worst either. Would I recommend this brand? Sure. Would I try it again? Sure. I have to talk about a 4-star book. Okay, I know. I don't think I've talked about this book on my channel because I didn't read it for a reading vlog unless I talked about it in a wrap-up. And that is Being Hospitable by Mika James. This is the first in the Desert Rose series, I believe. It is a brother's best friend romance, and it is also a sapphic romance and an age gap. So it has all of those great tropes, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. If you're looking for a cute and steamy sapphic romance, I think this one would be a real good one. So our main character has always had a crush on her brother's best friend, who is a girl. Actually end up living together. One of our characters has an apartment that is really close to the other character's school and her job. So they end up living together temporarily, and there is just this instant attraction between each other. The younger character is such a tease, and she kind of like walks around with like lingerie to like tease, you know, the girl to like, you know, get with her. And it's just so sweet and cute. I love their dynamic. It has a very subtle like dom sub relationship in the book, but it's very subtle. In terms of the communication in this book, a lot of times when it's like a brother's best friend trope or a best friend's little sister trope, there always lacks communication, and they always wait to like the very end to tell the best friend or the brother, and they didn't do that in the book. They were open from the very beginning, and they didn't allow that type of dynamic to hinder their relationship and their feelings. They kind of just were responsible and went for it and went for what made them happy. So I really loved them together. The only reason I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars is because I wanted more. The characters got together very quickly and it wrapped up very quickly. So you didn't get to see a lot of those like cuter dynamics and relationships that I would want in a romance. This is a shorter book, so I can't really fault the book for that. But that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, because I could honestly read like 200 more pages about this couple because they were super duper cute. And yeah, I would highly recommend that book. So that is a recent 4-star read that I've read. This is the kombucha of the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hi. It is day 3 of kombucha of the day. I picked this kombucha because it kind of matches my shirt, kind of. Oh, the sun is going down. It's raining today where I live. It never rains where I live, so that's kind of exciting. Anyways, today we are trying the B-U. I don't really know. I've never even heard of this brand, seen this brand. Like I said, my sister got me a bunch of new kombuchas to try, and I really wanted to try like new flavors. So this one is a raw kombucha, and it is in the flavor strawberry hibiscus. All right. It says this batch is handcrafted, very fancy, with fresh hibiscus flowers, tulsi leaves, don't know what that is, and succulent strawberry tea. All right then. All right, cheers to good health. Oh, that's not good. This tastes interesting. It tastes a little like carbonated water, but also like a wine cooler. And I don't drink alcoholic beverages. It's just not my preference. So yeah, I don't know. A very bitter aftertaste. Yeah, it tastes like alcohol a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I mean, I like the bottle. I like the packaging. I think I would give it a 2 out of 5 stars. It's not disgusting. Like, I'm going to finish it. But it's not my favorite, darlings. Okay, a 2 out of 5 stars. So that means I need to talk about a book that I rated 2 stars. Okay, I just burped. And, like, the aftermath of that. And this was not pleasant. 2-star book that I read recently was Experienced by Jenica Snow. It's part of her Real Man novella series. I'll have like a theme to them. I've read a few books in this series and really enjoyed it, and even really enjoyed some other books by Jenica Snow, but this one was a miss for me. There wasn't anything problematic or inherently wrong with the book, but I didn't feel like the characters had that much chemistry. The premise of this book is it is an age gap romance. So our main character has always had a crush on her father's best friend, and they've had this very intense attraction for each other ever since she, you know, became of age. Travels a lot for his business, but she's graduating college, so he comes back to celebrate. The reason I didn't really love this book is because the writing was very, very, very strange. It skipped in odd ways. I understand that it was a novella, but we got no backstory for these characters, so I felt like they had no chemistry together really, really soon, and there was also no consequences and no angst for them to getting together. There wasn't even a scene of when they told her dad that they were together. Like, it was just weird, and the steamy scenes just seemed very generic. I just didn't feel like they had a connection to each other. It was boring. That's what it was. It was very, very boring. It was lackluster. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. I read some really good age gap romances, and this was not it. So there we go. That was my kombucha of the day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi, I didn't like that kombucha, so I'm drinking some of the Synergy one, the Pure Love. This was the flavor that I tried the first day. Can you hear the sizzling? Can you hear the bubbles? Ooh, ASMR. Ooh. Listen, I was downstairs doing kombucha of the day, living my life, not bothering anyone, drinking kombucha, caring about my health. You know, my mom would come upstairs and she's like, Samantha, I'm concerned about you. And I was like, why? And she was like, because you were downstairs just talking to yourself. And I was like, I was filming about kombucha. And she was like, yeah, that's concerning. And I was like, what? What? Rude. The life I live. Hello, greetings and salutations, my friends. Today's a no makeup day. I just took a shower and I was about to put on some makeup just to film this video. Literally just to film this little clip and then go back to work. And I was like, you know what? No, not the energy I have today. Let's just get on to the kombucha. This one is from Vita Life. Looks like that. It is organic kombucha in the flavor Berry Nirvana. I've never tried this brand, nor have I tried this flavor. Let's see. Give it a good old shake. All right. Ooh, very fizzy, very bubbly. I don't know if you guys can see. What does it smell like? Oh, this one smells very strong, very vinegary. Interesting. All right. Cheers. It doesn't taste like berry. I honestly don't know how to even describe this taste. Like, this is a interesting taste. It has raspberry in it, and it actually does taste a little bit like a raspberry tea. I'm not a huge tea drinker, but it does taste a little bit like a raspberry tea with an aftertaste of ginger. Not horrible, but not my favorite flavor. It smells weird. Okay, I will finish this. It's not my favorite. I don't think I would choose it over some of my other favorite brands like Synergy or Health Aid, but it's not bad. I would give it very tart aftertaste. I will give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Okay, a book that I read recently that I gave a 3 stars was Air by Katie Roberts. This is the second book in her Bloodline Vampire series. If you guys didn't know, I adore Katie Roberts. She's one of my favorite authors. She writes very steamy, taboo type books, but they're all so addicting. Like, I will practically read anything Katie Roberts comes out with. My favorite is her Wicked Villain series. That series is all about like Disney villains with a twist. So the Disney villain is kind of like the hero in a sense, I guess. It has a very light BDSM element. Each book does. They all kind of go to this BDSM club. The very first book is Jafar and Jasmine. It's their love story. If you were to read something by Katie Roberts, I would recommend the Wicked Village series. But the book that I'm talking about that I rated 3 stars was Air, which is her Bloodline Vampire series, which is a reverse harem series. It's 1 girl and 3 vampires. They're all in a relationship together. So it's kind of like a reverse harem, kind of like a polyamorous relationship, a little dark. Love Katie Roberts' writing. It's very addicting. Her books are super easy to get through. I almost always read them in one sitting. The steamy bits are everything. I love the worlds that she creates. I love all of the characters. I'm a huge fan of polyamorous relationships and reverse harem books, so all of that stuff is great. The only reason I didn't rate it like a 4 or 5 star is because this is a series, and this is the second book in a series, and all of the books end in cliffhangers. And for me, I don't know why that just like irritates me so much, because these are novellas. They're not like 200, 300 page books. I think they're less than 200 pages. So for it to end in a cliffhanger is kind of frustrating. It just honestly feels like the books are unfinished, and she could have just combined all 3 stories, all 3 books into one book and have it like be one complete 300, 400 page novel. Does that make sense? I felt like there was a lot of outer conflict and plot that was happening that wasn't fully developed. The relationship was really in depth and the steamy parts were perfect. Like, I honestly loved all of the characters individually and together, but the plot was just, I feel like it wasn't well fleshed out. So that's why I give it a 3 stars, but I don't want to discourage you from reading it, because I also do really like the concept. First and the second book follows our heroine. In this world, there are pure blood vampires who are stronger, more powerful, they have magic, and she is the daughter of a pure blood vampire, but she has shown no signs of having any magic herself. So her father's pretty evil and sacrifices her to this vampire who hasn't had any blood or human interaction in years, so he's starving. I don't give any spoilers because, like I said, they're very short stories, but it follows their love story, and then there are also 2 other vampires that come in the relationship. So if you like vampire books and if you like Katie Roberts books, I would recommend it. But if you are someone who doesn't like cliffhangers, I would maybe wait until the series is finished so you can just read the books back to back, because now we're waiting on the 3rd book. So that was my most recent 3-star read. This was the kombucha of the day, and I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Is this a lame idea? Like, in the very beginning it sounded like an amazing idea, but now that we're halfway through, I'm like, what am I doing? Is anyone gonna watch this? Greetings and salutations. I'm literally trying to find different places to film for this week because I haven't gone anywhere but work, and I can't film while I'm working, obviously. And like, where do I film other than my room? Nowhere. So you guys are on my 2nd bookshelf. I need to organize this bookshelf desperately. So today I'm on my lunch break, and we are going to try this kombucha. It's called Better Booch. It's a premium small craft kombucha, and it's in the flavor Hibiscus Healer. Hibiscus Healer? I don't know what that means. It has hibiscus, cranberry, and blueberry. Of course, I get my lip gloss on the can. That's what happens, but let's try it. That is very, very good. It is so good. I might like the ones in the can a little better. I wonder if they add sugar to this. Yep, there we go. Oh my gosh, this has the most sugar out of everything we've tried this week. So no surprise that I like it. It tastes the most like soda. Like if soda and carbonated water and kombucha all had a baby, this is what this tastes like. And I like the berry flavor. Solid kombucha. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. No, let me think about this one, what book I'm going to talk about. And it was a very weird turn of events that happened. It's been like an hour and a half. So I took a break to actually go eat my lunch. You know what I mean? I had a burrito. It was actually very, very yummy, cheesy and delicious, which is why I don't have a lip color on anymore. Then the kids wanted me to jump on the trampoline, so I went to go jump on the trampoline with them. And of course, one of the kids gets hurt. One of the kids was doing a flip. The other kid was also doing a flip, and they collided. Someone got a foot to the face. That happened. Dealt with that. Then I came upstairs to log back into work to find out nothing was working. My entire computer shut down. And with me, so I called my work and they were like, yeah, your entire system is not working. You're gonna have to try again in like 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So I'm just sitting there for like a good 20-30 minutes trying to get my computer to work, and it's still not working. So that's how my day is going. Anyways, let me go ahead and talk about a 4-star book, since we apparently have all the time in the world right now. A 4-star book that I read recently was Love Only Once by Johanna Lindsey. This was our February book pick for the book club that I host with Jessica from Peace Love Books. It's a historical romance book club, and we read a bunch of historical romances published before the year 2000. So in February, we decided to read this book. It is the first book in Johanna Lindsey's Mallory series, which is a really popular series, and I give it a 4 stars. This one was a really good one. If you are fans of Bridgerton, and I know everyone's talking about Bridgerton, but if you're fans of Bridgerton, I honestly think you would like this book so much. It reminded me of that book, like, honestly so much. So let me go ahead and explain the premise for you guys. Her name is Reggie. She's one of my favorite Johanna Lindsey heroines. But what ends up happening is that our hero has a mistress, and his mistress is like trying to get him jealous and all of these things. So he decides that in some kind of revenge, he's basically gonna like kidnap his mistress so she doesn't have to go to this party that she really wanted to go to. The logic isn't like that sound. Actually ends up mistaking our heroine for his mistress because our heroine was borrowing that girl's carriage. So he ends up capturing and kidnapping our heroine. And of course, this is Regency time, so her reputation is essentially ruined. So it has a little bit of a marriage of convenience because her reputation is ruined. This reminds me so much of Bridgerton for several reasons. First of all, it's kind of like a brother's best friend trope, except it's her uncle's best friend. So she is the youngest of the family, and her mother and father have both passed away. So her uncles have kind of like all simultaneously raised her. She's very close to her uncles. She loves them very much. And of course, a lot of them are like these notorious rakes, playboys. The entire series follows the family. So you get to see different characters and how they interact with each other. And one of her uncle's best friends is our hero. So that's how it reminds me of Bridgerton. Also, huge family dynamic, very close-knit family. Reminds me of Bridgerton. And then also like the arranged marriage of them trying to make sure that the girl's reputation isn't ruined. Also reminds me of Bridgerton. I get my point across. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? The reason I like this book so much, I gave this book 4 stars, and I gave The Duke and I 2 stars. You guys know why I gave The Duke and I 2 stars. The consent issues and the ending scene between Simon and Daphne really bothered me, so that's why I rated it so lowly, even though I did enjoy the TV series. I actually preferred Love Only Once a little bit more. It was fun, it was quirky. The best way to describe this book, someone who read this book for our book club had said that this book reminds them of like a very dramatic soap opera. Precisely. That is the best way to describe this book. It is dramatic, it's very over the top, but for me, this is just like old school historical romance, cheesy, but in the best way possible. Am I describing it well? I don't know. So 4 stars. There are trigger warnings for infertility. Just know that going in. I think that this video has come to an end, my friends. It has been a journey this week of trying kombucha and talking about books. I hope you guys like this style of videos. I was kind of bummed because I was very late on my February wrap-up, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to film it. But I still wanted to talk about some recent books that I've read since I did take a little break from filming, and you guys really don't know like what I read this past couple weeks. So this was a fun way to incorporate that. If you want to still see a wrap-up, I did read 20 books in the month of February, so I can still film a very late wrap-up if you want that. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think that is all I really have to say. I hope you guys are having a great day. That rhymed. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the absolute world to me. I hope you guys are all staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye!